this goes. This is going to be a weekly devlog. Let's check this out. We got a close-up shot. Close-up shot here, just because we can. All right, so here's the plan today. Anyone checking in? This is a live stream devlog. Number one, essentially, we're doing a reset on the devlogs. We're going to do a weekly update on the state of the game, on the state of WalterNet, on the state of my indie studio. Currently with four members of the current team. We just came off a project right before the winter break, which is this one right here, Bricks Over Blocks. Basically, this entire game was made in roughly 8 weeks. It did have some pre-production prior to that, but it was mainly done mostly by interns over an 8-week session. I'm totally blown away about the work they did. So it's January 15th. We are starting a brand new season for WalterNet Games. Our interns are no more, so we're now working with the full team, which consists of myself, Zach, Derek, and our newest member, Jonah, our new engineer, who's working with us to make some updates. So what I want to do on this stream, take the camera off out there. Oh wait. Okay, I'll be right back, everybody. Okay. I think that pauses it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Leanne, how's it going? When you're doing these at home, this is what happens. All right, we got 3 current viewers apparently. That's great. Okay, so this is a weekly devlog. We're going to play the current state of the game today. We had our first team meeting in several weeks today where we all got to meet, do our stand-ups, talk about what tasks we're going to do, complete over the next week. So what I thought I would do is kind of play the game right now, talk about its current state, and talk about what we're going to be working on over the next week between the 2 engineers, artist, and me, the designer and level designer. So, and then I will check in every week. We're going to do these check-ins every week and talk about the updates and what's going on with the game. So, without further ado, let's minimize my face. Here we go. And then look over some of my notes for the week, see what everyone's working on. All right, here we go. So let's hit play. The game uses a controller. One of the problems is we don't have full controller support yet. That's one of the big issues that I want to get resolved. It does play on the Steam Deck. I'm playing on the Steam Deck right now. If anyone has any questions, I'm going to be doing these every week, so feel free to pop in, ask any questions you want, etc. Here we go. Absolutely love the sound in this. Sure, on my other screen, everything looks okay. And it looks okay. But I can't see anything. What's going on? Okay, there we go. So no controller support. So, oh, there we go. My right controller joystick is able to work as a mouse. Once again, love the audio in this game. We have a really talented sound engineer, or sorry, musician who created all the music for it. His name's Pierre. When we do finally do closer to a full release, we will offer the soundtrack as well. We have another track that's being worked on for the forest levels. Beautiful level. Big hats off to Ryan, our level designer effects artist on this game, for the phenomenal, amazing amount of work they did in that 8 weeks. Let's hit play. So I'll tell you what I will be working on this week is I'm going to be digging into the blueprints a little bit more. One of the feedback we've gotten over and over on from the playtests we've done since the game was published is the difficulty of the game. So it's a little bit too difficult, so I'm going to be reworking the levels. And so my goal this week is to hop into blueprints and kind of look at how the structure is again for how the levels are laid out, mostly how they're implemented. Then I will be duplicating levels and creating more ramping of difficulty. So when we released with this one, there are only 3 levels of each biome created. So we've got 3 cave levels and 3 city levels, and then a forest level that isn't complete. So my big job this week is going to be copying, duplicating, and simplifying levels and working on the ramping of difficulty. So we should have a whole new playable next week with updated levels. And my plan is just to go very easy. So adjust the levels so they can be cleared within just a few minutes. And you notice these beginning levels aren't as complex, but one of the problems we have, you can see right here, is the ball starts bouncing horizontally, and it's just super boring. Which is fine. I'm super grateful that even with our quirks and issues, we still have a right now 100% positive rating on Steam. So people are really liking the concept, the look of the game, but it's got some glaring issues. So that'll be me. I'm going to be duplicating levels and simplifying levels, and so we can start play tests again from the beginning, working on slight challenge at the beginning, accessibility for all players, and keep going. So that's it. The other task I have this week that I'll update everyone on next week is we are currently looking for a new concept artist. So we put out ads, job listings for a new artist, and we've had some really great candidates apply. So I've sent out some art tests, and we will be reviewing those as a team this week and deciding who to interview and kind of move forward with from there. So that's the plan. Those are my tasks. Our new programmer, Jonah, his tasks this week, we're keeping him simple because he's brand new on the team. So he's getting the hang of the file structure and how everything is laid out. But he will be working on the gameplay. So right now I'm playing on the deck, so it's even worse. But the controls, they need some love. They need some love. Arguably, one of the most important things of the entire game is the feel of the character, which he moves left and right pretty well. One of his issues right now, too, is when you jump. If you smash the button again, he does some weird jumping things. It's not as bad right now, but he kind of stops in midair. So, and he moves a little bit too quickly. So we're going to play around with just getting the character feeling really well. One of the things I want is some dust particles when he moves left and right too. Some of the juice. So the player control is the big thing. Next biggest thing. So that's what Joan will be working on. Just the player controls in general. We do have the ball physics, so that'll be coming up after we get the player controls feeling a little bit better. So that's going to be critical. I want the player to jump where I want him to jump. Right now, he just kind of, it's a little bit floaty, hard to control, especially if you're trying to land on these blocks. Specifically, really hard to control the jump. So we need finely tuned control so it feels really good when you're moving back and forth and jumping, so you feel like you can control the character a little better. Like right now, I try to correct myself. If I jump left and then use the joystick and move right, he just kind of goes where he wants to. I need more control in a platformer. And this is a brick breaker / platformer. So that's what Joan will be working on, that and the sound effects. Our Zach will be working on the forest level. So we had hoped to include a forest level environment with the release of the game, but we didn't get to it. It's about half finished. So we're still working on the modeling. So Zach will be working on the modeling of the UVs, and we'll probably have some of that artwork to show off next week with our devlog. When we do these devlogs, I want to play the build and also show you some of the stuff we're working on. So that's Zach's work. And then Derek probably has one of the most important tasks this week. Our source control, our version control, is about half set up. When we had formed, prior to forming our teams, Derek and I were using a version of GitHub to a version control system that was good for the two of us. When we switched to a team where we had 10 people working on the game, we switched to source control with Perforce, and we had one of our engineers set that up, and they set it on their home server. So we are very scrappy. Now that we don't have that, we need to set it up for ourselves and do something a little bit more official. So I love that we're coming up with more official stuff. So that's Derek that's his primary role, is getting us set up with saving the game and version control for the team, which will be critical. So those are the big items this week that we'll be working on for Bricks Over Blocks. We're going to see if I can even get past this first level this time. But I will plan on scheduling these out every Wednesday. We'll be doing the live stream, and then my plan is to start chopping these up as shorter videos too, standalone videos apart from the live stream, to continue to promote it. So if you get a chance to subscribe to the channel, please do. We'll keep making these videos. Stay tuned for more updates for Bricks Over Blocks. Those are kind of the big plans this week. Pretty short and sweet. Everybody have a fantastic day. We'll see you next Wednesday.